Audio Jungle.
Don't forget to subscribe! We use the simple past to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. For example, I saw Jenny yesterday. I didn't see Jenny yesterday. Did I see Jenny yesterday? Let's check out some time expressions. Yesterday, last year, last month, last weekend, 5 minutes ago, 3 months ago, 12 years ago, in 1995, in 1937. Let's take a look at some examples. I went to the gym yesterday. She was here 5 minutes ago. He bought 2 tickets last weekend. We were a great team in 1998. This is a very important grammar tip. Pay attention. The auxiliary verb that we use for the simple past is did, but we only use it for negative statements. For example, we did not go with him, or we use it for interrogative sentences. For example, did she work at home? But how do we form these tense? Well, the past simple works with regular and irregular verbs, but in their past form. The past tense of a regular verb is formed by adding an ed. For example, walk, walked, cry, cried, dance, danced, jump, jumped. Irregular verbs don't follow the general rule of using ed at the end of the word. For example, begin, began, speak, spoke, leave, left, bring, brought, drink, drunk, know, knew. Now let's take a look at the spelling rule for regular verbs. Spelling rule number 1, when the verb ends in e, we add only the. For example, moved, created, died, hoped. Spelling rule number 2, if a verb ends in a consonant plus a y, we change that y to I and we add ed. For example, tried, studied, cried, fried. Spelling rule number 3, if a verb ends in a vowel plus y, we add just ed. For example, played, stayed, enjoyed. Spelling rule number 4, only syllable verbs ending in consonant plus a vowel plus a consonant, we just double the last consonant and we add ed. For example, hugged, stopped, rubbed, planned. Spelling rule number 5, for 2-syllable verbs with a final stressed syllable, we double the last consonant and we add ed. For example, admitted, preferred, robbed, planned. Lastly, spelling rule number 6, for all other verbs we just add ed. For example, called, watched, talked, looked. Now let's see the affirmative form of the past simple. The structure is subject plus verb but in the past form plus a complement. For example, I had a headache yesterday. Yo tenía un dolor de cabeza ayer. Some examples. She studied in the university 2 decades ago. He came from London 3 days ago. I cooked pasta last weekend. Now let's take a look at the negative form. This is very important to know. In the negative form, we have to turn the verb into its base form. For example, he felt sad, but in the negative is he didn't feel sad. We spoke to her. In the negative is we didn't speak to her. The structure for the negative sentence is subject plus did plus not plus the verb but in the base form plus a complement. For example, I did not travel to Japan. I can also say I didn't travel to Japan. Yo no viajé a Japón. Some examples. You did not eat my apple. I did not listen to music yesterday. She did not begin class until 4 p.m. Now let's see the interrogative form. The structure is did plus subject plus the verb in the base form plus a complement plus a question mark. For example, did you talk to him? ¿Hablaste con él? Let's check some examples. Did you pay attention to the class? Did you call him yesterday? Did you get a haircut last month? But how do we answer yes/no questions? Let's just say that you want to answer something like this. Did you pay attention to the class? You can say yes I did or no I did not. Let's see the interrogative form with WH questions. The structure is W plus did plus subject plus the verb in the base form plus a complement and the question mark. For example, why did you tell her that? ¿Por qué tú le dijiste eso a ella? Some examples. Why did you do that? How long did you study English? Where did she go last week? But how do we answer these questions? If you want to answer this question, why did you do that? You can answer something like, because I saw her, or answer whatever you want. Lastly, let's talk about the verb to be in the past simple. The verb to be in the past simple don't use the auxiliary verb did. For example, I was happy yesterday. He wasn't my student. Were we in that restaurant? If you want more info, you can always check my video about was and where. Remember to keep practicing.